Hi, I'm Hilton Carter, and I love plants. I also love helping people who have issues with theirs. So I'm taking my knowledge with me. I'm the plant doctor, and I'm making house calls.
Hilton! Here he is.
Here he is. That's right. Do you know what kind of he is?
No, it was inherited, so I'm not sure.
I get it. A lot of people inherit plants. The one thing I tell people to always do is to find out exactly what type of plant they have when they get it so that it can help them when it comes to caring for the plant. Now, what you actually have here is a Dracaena Lisa. You're having a lot of dry leaves, death happening with the leaves. For one, because I believe you're underwatering him.
I read that a lot of the times if you overwater is actually like worse.
That is always something people are fearful of. They're gonna overwater. So then they underwater. Now, let's say you were over inches and you pulled too much water in there and now you have a full base tray of water. You're gonna go grab a towel,
Yeah.
take it, stick it into the base tray, allow that towel to absorb all that extra runoff water. You're gonna take that towel, then take it to the sink, bring it out, and you should be good. Because you don't want it sitting in water, but you wanna make sure that you see some water seeping out into the base tray.
Okay.
But it's also drying out quicker because it's getting that bright, direct sunlight. Lisas like to be placed in bright and direct light. But also what I'm seeing is you have a lot of lean here, right?
Yeah.
And the stem is very thin, so it wants to fall off to the side. You actually did a great job here by staking it to hold it up a bit. Now, one or two things that could happen here is you could get a larger stake to place in there and tie this branch up so it can continue to grow up, but it's gonna need that support forever. You can also propagate this particular branch.
Really?
By cutting somewhere in here where it's still green, and then we're gonna place it in water and let it root. Now, if you're okay with propagating and cutting them down,
I'm all about propagating.
You're all about propagating.
Look at me.
Because this one branch has such a heavy lean, we're gonna cut it down here so that we can just pull it out, and then we'll cut it at a different spot for the propagating part.
Okay.
All right? We can remove this stake. Now this plant is literally supporting itself, right? So the only reason why this had that lean is, again, there's no leaves down here. But if you hold it there, hold it here, if it was in dirt like that, it would be sturdy, holding itself up. Where it's green, this is where all the life still is.
Yes.
And that's anywhere on here where you can make a cut. What you're going to want to do is you're going to make a 45-degree angle cut because you're giving it more surface area so that there's more room for the roots to grow. And now we're going to find a nice vessel for this, and you're going to place that in some lukewarm water. And then once those roots grow to about 6 inches in length, that's when you're gonna take it out of that water and place it in dirt. So the reason why we decided to place this here is because it's the perfect spot lighting wise for it. Where it was before, it was getting this direct sunlight, which isn't that great for it.
Yeah.
Here is getting bright indirect light where it'll take as much of that light, thrive, and you'll have 2 wonderful plants.
So you met Stormy, our cat.
Yes,
He's
love it.
so curious.
It's amazing.
And he loves plants. He loves to play with them. So I know sometimes I'm a little scared that he could be poisoned by a toxic plant.
Of course.
What's your suggestion?
Most plants are kind of toxic to animals. So what you want to do is you want to place a plant in areas that he can't get to. So hanging plants, raising them a bit higher so that they're out of his reach.
Kind of like that plant over there.
Kind of like this plant here, a hanging plant. So there's many plants that are really cat friendly, non-toxic. You know what?
No,
1 second.
what?
I got one right here. Look at this.
It's a gift. I'm so excited.
This is a pilea. It is actually Perfect plant for a cat. You can mess around with it, scratch it up. You can easily propagate them.
I love it.
Okay.
And where would you put this plant?
That also loves probably in this window as well. Bright indirect light.
Awesome.
Same type of watering pattern as these plants.
Okay, new addition to the family. Yeah, thank you.
Hey plant friends, I really know you love these videos, so please subscribe to continue to watch. And please leave us some comments so we can understand exactly what you want to see next. Thanks.